Like, have you ever needed to send a brief to a client for completion? And how many times has the client filled out that brief without issues? Exactly never. It's like the contractor says, Mawai, please fill out the brief. And the client is like, no, I don't want to fill it out. And this, well, turns into a pain for both the contractor and the client. But there is a solution because now neural networks are emerging. And neural networks can greatly simplify the process. Well, for both sides, I am developing a bot, and I just want to share with you this pre-alpha version. I think the idea is really cool. Let's move on. I'll show you how it works. You can subscribe to me to follow the implementation process, and you will be able to see what this bot turns into. And if you're interested in having me connect such a bot to your agency, then write to me and we will collaborate. The bot is also customizable for your tasks, for your brief. Everything is very convenient. My wife is observing the development of this bot, and she will now just share her experience of filling out briefs.
When I was learning targeted advertising, my mentor sent me a brief and there was an Excel spreadsheet, blocks like these, a very large table.
I open it and I have no idea what to write there. Such questions.
Olesya Ponyatova. Difficult. They need precise concentration. Exactly.
The exact answer from point A, here I know nothing at all about what I want, to point B, and when you make such a bot, it's actually very convenient because there are answers you can choose from. And there is also a neural network that helps fill it out correctly.
This is currently working locally on my computer. That is, haven't uploaded it to the server yet for you to try. And here I launched the program. Look, there are two mechanics. If the client simply enter a start, what is needed to get a link from the designer to connect you? And the designer will generate such a link for their client. And if it is entered, a specific brief is activated. You see, I stopped at the fourth question. To reset it, you need to press reset. Are you sure you want to reset the progress? Resetting progress. All right, progress reset. You can start over. Here's the first question. And this immediately makes the question a grid. So, for example, what appearance do you plan to build? Let's say a garage. Well, what will happen? You chose a garage. That's it. Exactly. Then it moves on to the question of the foundation. And just here, that is built-in neural network assistant. Let's say we click help. There is situation, there's a neural network connects and the question moves from it. What type of foundation? Click help. I will say I don't know what types of foundations there are. Well, this request, of course, covers all types of foundations, strips, slab, pie, and which one is more suitable for a garage? For a garage, they often choose such and such. We accordingly choose some option, let's say screw pile. All this will be removed during the interim discussion. Only the question and the answer chosen by the person will remain. That is, in the message history, there will only be the completed brief. Thus, a person can easily scroll up and see everything they chose, which is very convenient. And when clicking to change the answer, this question will be asked again. Well, in general, it can be done differently. For example, change the answer. A choice may appear. Do you want to answer only this question again, or do you want to answer all questions from this point again? The word I don't know means to skip the question. There is simply a JSON file in the project. It shows this tree of questions. Moreover, this JSON file is created by a neural network, and you can send me this brief in any form, and the neural network will process it and turn it into a questionnaire. The plan is to refine this constructor and, in principle, for now, make a video for the niche. So let's finish it up. I chose two options. Click done. Something like this or that. Wishes. And here there is also progress. Of course, some was missed. As you can see, we missed one question. It is not being tracked yet, also related to bugs. Describe your desired introductory form. Okay, introductory form. This is something written. That's it. You have completed the survey, your answers, here's what the person chose. You can also work with the PDF in the topic. I already have a PDF model for download, but for now, everything needs to be polished here. That is, it's more about a pleasant visual, pleasant mechanics, so that absolutely all possible user behavior options work. In principle, I can send you several versions of these questionnaires for different niches. Check there. Well, this is specifically the questionnaire stage for the client. There will also be a separate bot for the designer, because the designer has their own interface that generates clients, tracks clients. This allows you to see how much your client has filled out. You can add a reminder so that this bot reminds the client once a day to fill it out. I want the neural network to motivate interaction like a question, and then the neural network immediately writes some brief thoughts in an open form so you can interact with it. You can communicate via text, voice, or even record a video. All of this is feasible. This is an interesting option. If there are materials, the neural network can process them and pre-fill the brief, and the person will only check the answers to questions that were not in the materials. My bot solves this problem in the most convenient way, so follow the development. It's a super project, super useful. Subscribe, like, and comment. Describe what functionality you would like to see in such a bot. I will give free access to the first organizations as beta testers. So if you want me to connect this bot for you, I need beta testers. That is, it refers to people who will be the first to test. That is, I can connect the first organizations to this bot for free. So write if you have any other development ideas, also write. I am open to projects, so let's collaborate.